Hi, this is Lisa.
And Amber.
We want to tell you today 3 reasons why we were fat for too long.
Yes. So in chapter 3 of our book, we talk about the excuses for cheating and not being successful with your health plan.
And my biggest thing is at 300 pounds, whenever I would see someone who had lost weight, I would ask them the eternally stupid question, how long did it take you to lose this? And I wanted to hear a week. That's what I wanted to hear.
No longer than a month.
And when they would say 12 months or 18 months, I would be like, well, forget that.
It will take way too long.
And that was a big excuse. So my thinking was wrong. What we're going to find out as you go through our book, Driven to Be Free from Eating Disorders and Food Addictions, is that lots of times our thinking is so erroneous or perverse that it keeps us from reaching the goals. And the reason I was fat for too long, or fatter for too long, was because when someone would tell me it took them a month or took them a year to lose 60 pounds or 100 pounds, I would be like, I'm not going to spend a year denying myself, exercising, doing all the things I knew that I should do, to have to do this for a whole year before I see results.
That's very true. And I think another reason that I struggled with is I won't succeed. Because I would go to these games, basketball, or I would go to these 5K races and people would be running, or these cheerleaders that seemingly had to work and practice all the time. However, they still weren't very fit. And I thought, why would I go and work out and do all this stuff if it's not going to be successful? And that really bothered me. I'm like, I don't understand how they're not losing weight. But I think, like you were saying, my mind had things twisted. And so I even went to the process. Everybody kept saying, you need to buy a membership to a gym. You need to start working out. You need to do this. So I went and bought the membership. I worked out faithfully for a couple months. And guess what? I gained weight. I didn't lose weight.
That's the story of my life.
Then I slowly quit going to the gym. And so then I was paying for a membership and not using it.
Well, one of the things I hear as well is people are afraid to start because they're afraid they're going to fail. Like, I'm going to fail and then I'm going to get bigger, which is a real concern. But with all 3 of those things, there's some wrong thinking. For example, on the first one, instead of thinking progressively, like when I began losing the weight within, 6 months or so, I don't remember the exact tally, even though I did not lose 100 pounds in a month, I did lose 60 pounds, in a few months.
Yay!
So, woot woot. So, I think we need to think not the fact that I'm not going to get 100 pounds off in a year, but that I wasn't going to be a size 24 for that whole year. I was progressively going to go down, and that is a lot of fun.
That is. And not just the weight part of it. I mean, just feeling better, looking better, having more energy. I mean, you can't trade that in for the weight loss happening in a snap.
That's true. A lady that was talking to me last week after reading our book, she was like, well, I just want to lose the weight. I said, she has headaches all the time. She has back pain all the time. She has chronic fatigue. I was like, you need to focus on the health. You can't get it backwards. You need to focus on the health, and then the weight comes off.
Or focus on freedom. Like, what is it that is causing you to keep going to the same thing over and over again? Like, if something goes wrong and you eat a whole bag of potato chips, that's not normal. I mean, to sit down and eat a whole bag of potato chips in a setting. So what is it that keeps us drawing us to those items that we're trying to get free from? If I quit eating salads today, I am not going to have withdrawals. I'm not going to have any symptoms of it. I might start feeling kind of puny because I'm not getting any green vegetables. But if I stop drinking pop today, caffeine, I'm going to have headaches. I'm going to start shaking. I'm going to have all these side effects. So something there is not lining up if I'm going to have all these negative side effects from removing something from my life.
True. So what we're trying to say is whether you think it's going to take too long, whether you think it's not worth it, whether you think that you're going to fail, the issue isn't what you think it is. There's some underlying issues, and in our book we'll take you through those to figure out why you're thinking incorrectly.
And it's not always easy.
No, it's not.
It's kind of hard to look on the inner side of you and be like, man, I didn't even know that was there. But the reward and the success, I mean, I can't thank Jesus enough for everything that he's done for me in the last year and a half and through this process.
That's true. And I've even gotten to the point that I embrace. I've got about 50 pounds left to knock off. Woo-hoo. Got 100 off. Woo-woo. And where before, I remember thinking, oh gosh, I've got 100. That's never going to come off. Now I'm looking at the 50 and I'm thinking, the thing is, I'm going through the book again right now, so I will be losing weight. We'll be getting healthier. But probably within 2 months, I'm going to go down another size. No, I'm not going to be at my goal weight, but I'm going to have a whole new wardrobe.
Oh, yes. And
Yes.
what's good is that you have a lot, we are trying to provide as much information as possible and to provide you with success. And it's also, I think, been very good that we've had each other and we've had other people to help us with that negative mindset. I can't do it. I'm not ever going to get there. And we've been able to rejoice in those small victories.
So check out chapter 3. We're going to really dissect the reasons, the real reasons why you aren't as healthy as you should be. For me, I was lazy, thought it would take too long, and thought I would fail. That's why I was fat for too long.
And I had some trauma that I had never dealt with that I needed to deal with. And I was lacking in faithfulness and self-control
Yeah.
because of Cheetos.